Electricity. Today, we see electricity as a basic need. Our lives depend on it. Most of our transactions cannot be conducted without power, and electricity has many uses in our everyday lives. It can be used for lighting our houses, turning on our electric fans and aircons, and many other more. But have you ever wondered and asked yourself, how did electricity reach our house and how is it produced? In the Philippines, electricity is produced from various sources such as coal, oil, natural gas, hydroelectric, solar, wind, and geothermal sources. However, in the Philippines, the most heavily used source is coal. In Cebu, there are two major electric generators, the first one being Toledo Power Company and the second one being Cebu CFBG Power Plant. Both of these power plants uses coal as their main source. Now, how does a coal power plant work? Coal power plants produce electricity by burning coal in a boiler to produce steam at high pressure. This high-pressured steam then turns the turbine, which is connected to an electric generator to produce electricity. The steam is then cooled and condensed to water, which goes back into the boiler to start the cycle all over again. Creating electricity is part of a component called generation. After this, it goes to the next component, which is called transmission. Since power stations are far from the end user, electricity needs to be transmitted. Now, what does a transmission system mean? A transmission system corresponds to a networked, mesh topology infrastructure connecting generation and substations together into a grid. Power from generation plants is carried first through transmission systems, which consist of transmission lines that carry electric power at various voltage levels. Power stations produce electricity at lower voltage, but with the help of a stepped-up transformer, the voltage is then stepped up. Now, why is there a need to step up the voltage? Now, delivering power at higher voltage is more advantageous over delivering at smaller voltage, such as accumulating low losses while transmitting electricity and saving huge amounts of money. Once the voltage is stepped up, these conductors carries electricity to the next level with the assistance of these giant towers. These towers support the current carrying conductors and also maintain a safe clearance between the ground and the conductors, as well as the parallel conductors. This is called the substation. Now, why are substations there? Substations are there to control the voltage as it steps up or down the voltage and helps in combining the power coming from separate generating stations, which further increases the reliability of complete system. Substations comprise of transformers that aids in the stepping up or down of voltage. It has protective devices such as circuit breakers to protect the system in case of fault, and has measuring devices like voltage and current transformers, which respectively measure the voltage and current. Transmission lines are developed with 3 wires along with the ground wire. Virtually all AC transmission systems are 3-phase transmission systems. After transmission, it then goes to the third and last phase called distribution. Before reaching the end consumer, the voltage level must be lowered, and this is done by the distribution substation. Voltage is stepped down to a lower value and is then carried by distribution lines to a distribution pole. The distribution pole lowers the voltage and the power and is then carried by electrical lines that gives our homes electricity. An example of this component is the pole-mounted distribution transformers. To sum it all up, the first phase is generation, where electricity is being generated, which leads to a transformer which steps up the voltage, then to the transmission phase that carries electricity to long distances, then to another transformer to lower the voltage, and lastly to the distribution phase that carries electricity to our homes. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys understand how electricity is being generated and how we have electricity at our homes.